Welcome to the first section of our training, Website Security Essentials. As website developers, one of our most important responsibility is ensuring that the platforms we build are safe, reliable, and trustworthy. Every website we create represents the organization behind it, its value, its credibility, and its commitment to protecting the people who use it. Security isn't just a technical feature we add later. It's a foundation that supports everything a website does. From the moment a user visits a page or submits a form, they place their trust in us to protect their information. Whether it's personal data, login credentials, or contact details, every interaction carries a level of responsibility. A secure website helps build long-term trust with users and keeps an organization reputation strong. When visitors know their information is protected, they're more likely to engage, return, and recommend that site to others. On the other hand, even a small security failure can damage that trust and lead to lasting consequences. In this training, we'll explore what it means to develop and maintain websites that are both functional and secure. By understanding key security principles, identifying potential risks, and applying best practices, we can ensure that the work we do not only performs well, but also protects the people who depend on it. That's something us web developers should value. Security isn't optional. It's the foundation of trust with our community. Every user who visits a TLT website, submits a form, or logs into an account expects their information to be protected. That trust is the reason people engage with our organization and continue to rely on our online presence. Protecting user data isn't just about preventing hackers. It's about demonstrating TLT's integrity and responsibility to its community. A single security breach, such as stolen login credentials or leaked personal information, can cause real harm to users and damage the organization's reputation. Some of the most common threats we face include malware, phishing attacks, and unauthorized access. Malware can silently infect a site and spread harmful code to visitors. Phishing schemes can trick users into giving away passwords, and unauthorized access, often caused by weak login protection, can lead to complete control of a site being lost. That's why security is not just a technical issue, it's a moral responsibility for every web developer. Now let's talk about the weak points, the vulnerabilities that attackers attack most often. One of the biggest issues continues to be weak or reused passwords. Even in professional environments, people tend to use simple passwords like admin123 or password1. Once an attacker gains access to an administrator account, they can modify, delete, or steal sensitive data. Another frequent vulnerability is outdated plugins and themes. Many website platforms, including WordPress, rely on third-party plugins for extra functionality. When those plugins aren't updated regularly, they can contain known flaws that hackers exploit. Unsecured file uploads are also dangerous. If a website allows users to upload files without restrictions, a user could upload a malicious script disguised as an image or document, giving them direct access to their server. Then there are more advanced attacks like SQL injection and cross-site scripting. also known as XSS. These occur when user input isn't properly validated. Hackers can insert malicious code into input fields, which the website then executes, exposing private data or altering the site's behavior. For example, an outdated WordPress plugin once exposed administrator credentials, allowing users to completely take over multiple websites. That incident reminds us why staying proactive is so important. So, how do we protect our websites and users from these threats? The first and most basic step is enforcing strong passwords and two-factor authentication, also known as 2FA. A strong password combines uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and special characters, and it should be unique to each account. Adding 2FA creates an extra barrier, requiring not just a password, but also a verification code or app confirmation. Next, we use SSL certificates to secure all connections. You've seen the padlock symbol in your browser's address bar. That's SSL in action. It encrypts data between the user's device and the website server, keeping sensitive information like login credentials or contact details safe from interception. A secure hosting environment is another vital part of protection. TLT ensures its websites are hosted on trusted servers with firewalls and regular monitoring. Developers should also avoid storing unnecessary files or using unverified plugins. And finally, regular updates and malware scans are essential. Outdated software is one of the easiest ways for hackers to get in. Tools such as WordFence can automatically scan websites for malware and notify developers when something looks suspicious. The goal here is prevention, not just reaction. By applying these protective measures consistently, we dramatically reduce the risk of a successful attack. There are also several tools that make it easier for developers to maintain strong security. One of the most powerful is WordFence, a WordPress security plugin that provides a firewall, malware scanner, and real-time threat defense. It monitors site traffic, blocks malicious IP addresses, and can even alert when your site's code has been modified. Another tool TLT relies on is Google reCAPTCHA, which protects forms from spam and bot submissions. You've probably seen it, the small checkbox that says, "I'm not a robot." It's a simple but highly effective way to stop automated attacks that flood servers with fake logins or comments. For data recovery tools like Updraft Plus or Jetpack are essential. They automatically create backups of your website files and databases. If something goes wrong, whether from a hack or accidental deletion, you can restore your site to a previous version in minutes. And finally, developers should set login attempt limits to prevent brute force attacks, where hackers try thousands of password combinations. Limiting login attempts stops these attacks early before they succeed. Together, these tools create multiple layers of defense. Even if one barrier fails, the others keep the system secure. Website security is not just a technical responsibility. It's a commitment to protecting users, maintaining TLT's reputation, and ensuring long-term reliability. Alright, so this slide talks about what website maintenance really means in the context of web security. Basically, maintenance isn't a one-time thing. It's an ongoing process. It keeps the website healthy and performing the way it should. When a site is regularly maintained, it runs smoother, loads faster, and stays reliable for users. From a security standpoint, maintenance makes sure everything's up to date. Your plugins, SSL certificates, and all the behind the scenes stuff that keeps hackers out. It's also about staying competitive because a neglected website can easily fall behind in performance or accessibility. So, overall, website maintenance is about making sure your site not only works well, but also stays secure, accessible, and trusted. Now that we know why maintenance matters, here's what actually goes into doing it right. This checklist breaks it down into a few key habits. First, review your hosting plan every year. Sometimes your traffic or needs change, so you want to make sure your plan still fits. Next, renew SSL certificates. This one's big for keeping secure connections and preventing those scary, not secure browser warnings. Then we have security policy audits, which help you catch vulnerabilities early. Implementing proactive measures like firewalls and backups can prevent big issues before they happen. And finally, keeping a consistent schedule for maintenance means you don't wait until something breaks. You fix things before they can become problems. Following this kind of plan keeps your website secure, reliable, and professional all year long. Next up, version control and collaboration. These might sound like developer tools, but they actually play a huge role in website security too. Using version control systems like Git helps you track every single change made to your code. So if something goes wrong, like a security bug or a bad update, you can easily roll back to a safe version. Collaboration tools like GitHub or GitLab also make it easier for teams to review each other's code, which means you catch mistakes or vulnerabilities before they go live. In short, version control and teamwork build accountability and transparency. Everyone knows who changed what, when, and why. And that makes your site far more secure in the long run. Here's how to actually apply version control and collaboration effectively. Always use a version control system. Git is the standard for every code change. Don't skip it, even for small fixes. Require pull requests before merging anything. That way, someone else reviews your code before it goes to production. Do peer code reviews regularly. 2 pairs of eyes are always better than 1 when it comes to catching security issues. You also want to enforce branch protection rules so no one can just push code directly to the main. Write clear commit messages so there's a record of what was changed. And finally, keep your repositories private with restricted access. All these steps make your workflow organized, safe, and easier to manage when security problems come up. Now let's talk about automation, which is becoming one of the biggest game changers in web security. Automation means using tools or scripts that can automatically detect, prevent, or even fix issues without you having to manually check everything. For example, automated scanners can find vulnerabilities before attackers do, and automated SSL renewals make sure your website certificates never expire. Automation also reduces human error. Instead of depending on someone remembering to update a plugin or patch, systems can do it on schedule. It saves time, strengthens consistency, and lets developers focus on important things instead of constantly firefighting problems. So overall, automation keeps your website secure 24/7, even when no one's actively monitoring it. And finally, here's what automation looks like in action. You can start by using automated vulnerability scans. They'll alert you the moment something's off. Set up automatic security updates and patches so nothing is left outdated. SSL certificates renewals can be handled automatically too, which is great for avoiding expired certificates. You can integrate automated security checks into your CI/CD pipeline so every new update gets tested before going live. Log monitoring and alerts should also be automated so suspicious activity is caught right away. And firewall automation helps block malicious IPs in real time. With all this in place, you basically have a security system that's always on guard, catching problems before they reach users. Website security at TLT relies on consistent maintenance and proactive management. Using tools such as WordFence, the team can perform regular scans and apply firewall protection to identify potential threats like outdated plugins or unauthorized login attempts. Regular content reviews also help maintain a healthy site. The team checks for broken links, removes outdated pages, and records issues such as broken reCAPTCHA forms that could compromise data security. These small but regular actions keep the website stable, trustworthy, and secure for its users. Interns contribute by monitoring content, testing updates, and reporting any irregularities they find. Through routine attention to detail, every intern supports TLT's long-term web security and overall reliability. In a potential scenario, WordFence detects a vulnerability in a WordPress plugin. The appropriate response begins with disabling the affected plugin to eliminate immediate risk. Next, the web team runs a full malware scan to check for any suspicious files or code. Once this issue is verified and a patch is released, the plugin is updated and tested for stability before being reactivated. Finally, the team strengthens overall security by reminding users to update passwords and enable two-factor authentication. This process demonstrates how a clear, step-by-step response can reduce downtime, protect user information, and maintain its site's integrity. The following practices ensure consistent and safe management, using strong, unique passwords and enable two-factor authentication whenever possible. Avoid logging into the WordPress dashboard from public Wi-Fi networks, which can expose credentials to attackers. Test all changes on a staging site before applying them to the live website to prevent errors. Communicate updates and issues through the project coordinator, ensuring that all changes are reviewed and documented. Never share credentials or sensitive information outside official TLT channels. By following these habits, interns help maintain a secure environment and strengthen the organization's overall cybersecurity efforts. So in conclusion, website security and maintenance are ongoing responsibilities that protect both the organizations and its users. Regular updates, plugin checks, and malware scans prevent issues before they occur. Applying tools like WordFence and following structured maintenance routines ensures that the TLT website remains secure, accessible, and reliable. Each individual's actions, from testing a plugin to reporting a broken link, contributes to maintaining trust and protecting the site's purpose. In the end, safeguarding TLT's website means safeguarding its community and the work it represents.